Hey guys, Rook Knight here. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about how to turn these little injector pins into a Sparrow's disc detainer pick head. So I'm going to throw some pictures on the screen here and we'll go through it step by step on exactly the process I took to make them, and we'll show you a couple that I finished. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here is just an ejector pin. I wanted to show you a little closer up picture. This is what I use to hold it. It clamps it down tight and to make sure it doesn't move. Next, all I'm using here is just a Dremel tool, and I'm making sure I keep water on it constantly. Back to the Dremel tool and just trying to get it to sand down flat circle, almost like a nail. As you can see in this picture, it looks like just a nail. And then I go to sandpaper, and with the sandpaper I'm just trying to buff out the circle to make sure it's even, making sure there's no higher edges on the circle. You can see here it almost looks like a nail now. There's a flat head. Next, I tape the shaft with some heavy-duty duct tape to make sure that I don't scratch it, and put it back into my device or anything I can hold, pliers, whatever you have, and start to take off one side just a little bit. Just want to take off a little bit off the side and then do the same thing to the opposite side, and constantly using water to make sure you cool it down. You don't want to overheat the metal at all. As you can see here, the sides are both getting evened off, and I don't touch the other two sides at all. So I just take down the two sides. You want to check the back and make sure you're even with the pole, and look at the front. When I get closer to the pole, I start to use sandpaper and usually water, because it keeps the metal cool, and then I'm able to buff it out and take out fine pieces of metal off of it, opposed to larger chunks, so I can do it very fine. And you can see it's starting to look like a nice rectangle. Then I start to go to 600 grit sandpaper, and I start to try to put more of a nice sharp edge on all four sides, usually with the water to keep it cool. Next, I'll fold the sandpaper and attack the sides that I didn't touch with the Dremel, just to fine them up lightly, because we really don't want to touch them. We'll need those length. And finally, these are my finished heads, and I think they came out pretty decent for my first run, and they were pretty simple to make. Alright guys, that's all I got, and I hope that gives you a little better idea on how to make your own disc detainer tip for your Sparrows. Basically, there's a couple of different shapes in that you could also do. I know there's like almost looking like a half moon to the bow tie shape of the keyways. There's a lot of different keyways that you will come across, I've seen, or just your standard regular rectangle. But that's the way I did mine, and it seems to work pretty well. I hope that helps you out, maybe makes you feel more comfortable to be able to start and do your own. And that's all I have for today. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care. Thanks, guys.